Was that George Floyd?
It may have been, yeah.
I think it was George Floyd, or Eric Garner, one or the other. But Terry Crews came out with just the most.
Now traveling
We've
to
been
the
killing him
south.
for a while.
Prepare for battle.
But he's apologized.
Select your hero.
He said he's wrong. He understands the error in his ways. He said he loved black people. He said a lot of shit in his body. I don't really have much to say about it, but I just thought it was important for people to know that he did attempt to apologize.
Hey, I'm not against nobody apologizing if they saw the error in their ways and they learned from it.
No
I'm
time.
not against apology because nobody's perfect. We all deserve the right to just learn.
He has to say we're all learning every single day. So I think we should actually applaud and normalize apologies. And learn.
It's okay to apologize. It's okay to be wrong.
Am I supposed to
Own
be?
it.
Everyone is perfect on the internet. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you talk for a living, as Terry does, as we all do, as a lot
Round
of
one. Never capture by the
Potter
objective.
do. You're probably gonna say some shit that's wrong with you. It is what it is. But as long as you apologize and move forward, we should be accepting it.
My thing with apologies are the words don't really mean that much. I don't really care about that. Show me that you apologize. Show me that show me an action. Don't repeat that mistake. Like you could.
Yeah. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
Don't
saying?
repeat
I've
the
learned
mistake.
from this. I'm never doing that again. It was fucked up. I truly apologize. Oh shit, my words hurt people. Sometimes, it takes you actually hurting somebody to realize the power that your words have. You don't know that when you just talking. I used to talk, like, on my timeline and shit, and I never realized I was hurting until somebody pulled me to the side. And then that's when it hits you. You don't know. You don't know. Not even a week. You don't know exactly. Somebody that I speak to regularly. It ain't about speech. It's just I don't realize that what I'm saying is really affecting you.
I'm inspired.
Sometimes it's regular life. You be at a party or somewhere and you say some shit and someone hears
You're going to be
something
okay.
crazy about them or something. You know what I mean? Like that shit happens all the time.
It could be a trust fund.
Sometimes someone might not feel like there's a spot for it. It's a wedding or a funeral or you know what I mean? Like there's been plenty of situations I've seen where people have dragged out a thing. Just
I'm
for
not
a
ready
side
to hang it
conversation.
up.
Like, it's not real beef, but
Yeah, back, like I said, I'm all for apologizing with action. Meaningful apologies. Like, don't just say it because I got. Don't apologize.
Apagando las luces.
You don't gotta fix it.
So that's apology is change behavior.
Beat your ass verbally every day. When they apologize, they look at you and like, I said I'm sorry.
right.
And then the
My
next
teeth
week,
didn't
they'll
lose
beat your ass again and apologize again.
That's not an apology to me.
It's like the person. Now we on this topic. It's like the dude that comes home and whoops his wife's ass 3-4 times a week. He's apologizing every single time he blacks your eye. Nigga, you're not sorry.
Adjusting
Because you're gonna do the
angle
same
of
shit next. I already know it's coming. You're gonna do the same shit next week. So you're not sorry.
You're powered up. Get in
I
there.
think
Upgrade detected.
Change behavior.
Change behavior.
At the bare minimum.
That's what it is. That's what I. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Wrecking ball.
Me,
All soldiers are
To everybody.
the Giants and the Jets.
Detroit.
Detroit I liked. Baltimore I liked, even though they traded away Hollywood Brown, which I don't know if I love that, but I get it.
They ranked them.
Right,
Like the exceptional rank every team.
Baltimore possibly.
A plus.
Oh, yeah.
What would the Giants rank? A plus, I'm sure.
Should be.
have not experienced that in my sports team.
Yo, they got a meme of you next to the TV. Shocked. That was funny. Just got an X.
All systems checked out. LOL.
With a plus.
Well, that Danny Dimes draft is only funny because of the two names that went right after. Studs. Now, at the time, I was jumping up and down because I'm like, you need a quarterback. Dwayne Haskins was there. And
My ultimate
rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, there was some other studs on that board that they could have taken. As a Knicks fan, the Knicks have not extended any of their rookies since Charles.
We're going to heal.
They're not in the business of developing talent and keeping it. The Yankees used to always be in the business of just buying the biggest name out there. And now, for some reason, they've changed that business model, and the Mets do.
That's crazy with the Yankees, though. Yankees, but they still had the foundational pieces. Like, I think to win, you need superstars and you need the good regular players. Like, the Yankees had both. Oh yeah, they broke. Oh no, they gonna spend that for that
farm system.
No, I'm talking about the Joe Schmoes were good. The Paul O'Neills, the Tinos. Them niggas would.
Oh, those
they
guys
wasn't.
that you named.
But they wasn't
I'm talking
superstars
about.
like.
Stick to
Oh
the
yeah, that's what you're saying. I'm
plan.
talking
And
about
if
the
you get
farm
into
system.
trouble, I'll bail
I'm
you
talking
out.
about the 17, 18, 19-year-olds
Oh.
that are in that we're waiting for you to come up, and we're developing the talent, right? So the Yankees just spent, now the Mets are spending, and the Giants, they never. I don't remember watching the draft and feeling like I know last night. So the Jets come up at pick 4. Actually, let's start at pick 1. Because all the analysts told me that this white boy was going first, and Jacksonville gets up there and picks the black guy. Cool. Well, that means that Aiden
Never
Hutchinson's
stop
second.
fighting for what you believe in.
And here come the Texans picking somebody. Nobody had Derek Stanley Jr. going at 3 to the Texans. Many people down going before Sauce. Like an ankle injury, like got footage of being that dude, but 3 off an injury. And then Sauce goes 4 to the Jets. Great pick for the Jets. I think if they didn't pick Sauce, then the Giants take Sauce at 5 probably, and I might not have loved that. I might not have loved
When you
that
get the
for the
premium
Giants.
position, premium player, premium position,
I'm under attack.
that's where you want to spend. You don't want to, because the first 10, and then the first 10 picks get paid substantially higher than the rest of the draft. So you don't want to get in a position where you're paying a guard $25 million when you pick him second.
And that's the so I think they draft the premium guy at 4 or 5. They don't necessarily draft their need. You get what I'm saying? Like their core need.
Different approaches. Some people take best player available. Some players pick just
Go down a little more.
But a quarterback, you're okay with paying $20 million plus dollars. So a wide receiver, a quarterback, you're okay with paying. You don't necessarily want to do that with a safety or a guard or a running back or something.
So they get to 5, the Giants, and I thought they would fuck it up. I never looked at Tibbs because Tibbs wasn't going to be there. And the slip they had was him going 4th to the Jets. I never looked at him. So when they took him, I was like, oh shit. Because now it plays out. Now you know that the Panthers are going to take fucking Iggy. Fucking quarterback.
Needy, but I get it. They did the right thing.
Now you have your pick between Icky, Evan Neal, and Charles Cross at pick 7. The 3 best
Offensive line.
that couldn't have worked out better. Evan Neal's a beast. He's a beast, and that's gonna help with the Giants. But Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas bookends finals. I watched the Giants draft offensive line for 10 years in this. Willie Hernandez just left. Like, so and that was just great. Not only as a Giant fan, but as a New Yorker for the Jets to go draft good. Garrett Wilson at 10.
Score 1-1.
I like the Ohio State receivers.
The Jets got 2 picks that I thought the Giants might pick if they tried to get cute. And what I like about the new regime that is
not my
over there in
preference to see
Buffalo,
But I
to the
will
basics.
see them
We
done.
built.
To the basics.
Yeah, you're basically starting from not scratch, but close to it.
And the biggest move of the night for me from the Giants is the new brass not picking up the 5th-year option on Danny Dimes. Round of applause.
I mean, listen, you guys could be in play for Malik Willis
5,
in the second round.
Second round.
Potentially.
He's on the board.
1.
I think we are picked 34 or 35. It ain't but
Right there.
It ain't but 3 or 4 teams picking before us.
We move quickly.
You think they'll do that? They might do it.
They might
but I
do
don't think the Giants have a first round pick.
You gotta understand when you've been let down. Update your draft name. Like, show me now.
What did you say, Bob?
Fourth pick in the second round. They got a quarterback. Minnesota's ahead of them.
And Jacksonville got
The objective is now.
Tom, just a fucker. They staying there.
Pain is an excellent teacher.
I believe that Tom Brady, Miami Dolphins will win.
Me too.
By the way, I believe in him.
Yeah.
All the way,
To a
100%.
degree. Yeah, to a degree.
My degree is 100%.
I mean, it's,
That's why all the sports are over here. That was the best move I've ever seen. To retire, be the co-owner, and the quarterback of the team, co-owner. That's fire. Yeah. One person that could have done it. It was Tom, man. Shout out to the Giants for a great draft. I can't wait to see what happens.
I was looking at the grades. A lot of pluses for the teams in this
Dallas did what? They got a receiver.
Good tackle.
Tackle. Oh yeah, they got a.
They got the tackle to place.
Got a QB.
Yeah, Pittsburgh guy, man.
Steelers got their guy. Ice, what do you think? They wanted him. They got him.
All systems check out.
Last thing I read was even if he not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's
He's
not.
gonna be.
Mitch might still be all right.
Yeah,
We
Mitch
don't know
might be
yet.
okay this year. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't mad at him.
Reality bends to my
He
will.
didn't want.
I'm not mad at him. I'm saying let's see if he can beat him because
Get into
when they
position.
have big quarterbacks, don't expect this guy to be the guy who does it anyway.
no bullshit.
Unless they want to learn.
Yeah, very few.
Not what you can learn on the field.
But I'm talking about
You're great.
from the
Your
quarterback.
brain works fast enough.
But from the quarterback position, the game is way more mental than physical.
And it's a different game.
Like, not-
to get to that level.
Yeah. So the mental shit, like some of the greats, they sat on the bench.
You got someone.
Mahomes is sitting on the bench.
You got someone solid there. I think.
I think they're better.
Or then you get the situation that the Chargers did, or like whole handful of teams did, where someone gets injured and now you start.
Yo, don't we have enough information now in just the quarterbacks in the draft and how they're drafted to never listen to the analysts again when it comes to quarterbacks?
Analysts just be talking.
I was about to say,
Mitch
I don't
Trubisky going before Pat Mahomes. What were y'all seeing on film, right? Like Lamar Jackson being the last pick in the first round, and Josh Rosen, y'all know
That was that.
They going to the traditional
That's the league.
shit.
Yeah, the league typically frowning upon
But
black
that shit,
quarterbacks.
that, like the shit that Mahomes does, you can't. I don't know if you show that in the workout.
I don't even think
Like
Justin-
he shines, my nigga, in the botch.
And
shit.
also, you do have to put some credence into landing in a great system.
like Lamar.
I'm not sure that. I'm not. Obviously, Mahomes is that dude. If he goes to Chicago, I don't know that he
might not be the same.
Mahomes.
System
Mahomes
matters,
is.
yo.
System matters.
It does.
Coaches matter because, like Lamar, they modified that whole team to fit his game.
Baltimore's
Not
one of the
that
best
many
run
teams would have done that.
organizations in football.
Not that many teams would have modified everything we already do for you.
Right.
A 20-year-old. A lot of motherfuckers won't do that. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he wouldn't have fit a traditional system. He wouldn't have
That was the knock. That was the knock off the rip about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That he's not gonna fit a traditional system. Like he can't. He's not even gonna succeed here. He can't throw. He don't have this. He just wants to run. It's not gonna work. Okay. Let's design.
Malik Willis, he just seems like, how to explain that, he could be like Lamar Jackson Jr.
He could be.
Could be.
Like Junior, not right underneath Junior.
No,
Junior,
one Junior. Not two.
And he's
would
probably
say-
a guy that you want to sit behind a great quarterback. For.
Y'all worked your whole life playing football. You're a #1 top prospect, been that way since high school. Now you're projected to be drafted in the top 3. So, of course, you're invited to the draft. Do y'all choose to go to the draft, or do you choose to watch it at home with your family?
I guess it
That's
depends
my
on where it
question,
was. I guess it would depend on where the draft
It's in
was.
Vegas. Give it to me this year. Because I was really excited that Trayvon Walker was home with his family.
Yeah, I don't know. The scene of the living room with all the friends and family right there, your girl, whatever, that shit is kind of fly.
I like it.
That's kind of fly. But that being said, if your family has a couple dollars, you can fly everybody out, and they can do the same shit in Vegas.
If you drafted
Now
1,
we
2, or 3,
wrong already. I got to spend my rookie money already. I'm in debt already.
No, Park said if your family got some bread. He
Yeah, I
said,
say your family.
he said if your family got some.
Some kids come from good families, wealthy families.
You know what the NFL draft didn't give me this year, man?
State of you.
And let me not, they didn't
What
give it
on
to me in the first round. That's the only place it could happen. I didn't get my CeeDee Lamb moment. I was waiting for it.
The
CeeDee
closest
Lamb
we got was
drafted.
the what's the name that the Jets drafted? The receiver walked the wrong way. I'm like,
Yeah, that was no fun.
That's not fun.
That was no
That's
fun.
an easy mistake.
No, that was
CeeDee
Sauce.
Lamb.
That was Sauce that walked the wrong
Oh,
way.
it was Sauce? Oh.
Yeah. CeeDee Lamb, when he got drafted, was home with his family with
Shorty was looking at his
the
phone?
white girl. She tried to take his phone. She took his phone. Give me this fucking phone. Fucking wrong, dude. I wanted to see that. And the year before, we got a similar something with a girlfriend. Yo, why do girlfriends do that at a draft?
Cause nigga, it's camera time. Everybody want to be famous.
Because that's the time to find out who your other chicks is. I know your
We
other chicks are
burn it
hitting
all
you
down.
saying congratulations. Let me see.
We haven't.
Nah,
And that is the time to get a little nervous too now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my man I've been loving on just got drafted.
To the Cowboys?
I'm searching his phone.
that's so funny.
I'm searching that phone. Look, give me that phone, bitch.
Yo, he was looking at one. He just did the shit subconsciously, like.
My phone, yo.
The fuck is you doing?
If you got drafted, would you want only your girl to be texting you? I'm asking.
What you mean?
Like in this moment, like
I'm a 19-year-old kid? Hell no.
No, this girl's sitting right next to him.
I know. So she's saying, she better not have nothing on that phone.
Yeah, all right. You better. It's gonna
Mind
be
your
more than
own
this.
phone. You got your own phone, right?
It's still the first round. You do
No, she
understand?
has 2 phones. Your phone and hers.
It's still the first round. I'm drafted. Just get used to it.
You seen how his sister
You're a
looked at her?
Viking, yo. You're a Viking.
I need.
Fam, come on. You think
I need
you
sisters,
think,
yo.
Come on, dog. Yeah, the sister was getting ready to learn her one
She
real
was
quick.
Welcome to Paladin.
Y'all got sisters? Not Parks. I know you got sisters.
I have to.
You have 2 sisters.
They don't. Nah, the young sibling be the
They
one.
not. They not.
No, I'm just
Young
saying the
and
young
wild.
sibling be the one.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get to it. NBA playoffs.
Yeah. NBA playoffs. I heard y'all. I heard all y'all. Y'all was ready to pop shit in my mentions. Y'all was going. Oh yeah, y'all gonna blow it. Yeah, Sixers gonna lose it in 7. I heard everything y'all said. And right away, you know what the conversation went to?
So did Doc.
We're all soldiers.
You know what the conversation went to right away? Yeah, but y'all can't beat Miami. Like, don't change it. No, let's stay here though. So I want all that smoke that y'all get. Yo, they was
I
lined
don't
up.
think niggas really thought Toronto was gonna be shit.
Taken the lead.
When that shit, when
But that's the point of a
Collapse.
colossal collapse and choke.
and with Doc Rivers, it was very possible.
I think Doc Rivers. See, that
I don't
narrative
like
just
that.
be boring,
I don't like
yo.
that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Narratives be boring. I liked what he said about that too. Even though he shouldn't have said that. That's what got him in trouble with Ben Simmons. He was like, yo, go look at that Magic team that was the 8th seed that I coached. Go look at it. It's basically calling niggas bums.
or not just that talented
But it
in
wasn't bad.
relation
It
to
wasn't
other
bad
people.
Fam, you're known for the collapse at this point.
Stop,
yes, you
stop.
are.
That's not true.
Then the other one he said was the bubble. Anything can happen in the bubble. And he said the other one he owns,
What?
where his
Clippers?
team was great. The Clippers was great. They just choked. That's the one you own. I don't think he's just a choke master.
I didn't say he's a choke master. There's been collapses that happened on your watch.
That's
Multiple.
gonna happen.
Lead.
No,
Ninth winningest coach of all time.
Multiple collapses.
Knock
That's
me
happened
down.
right now.
Ninth
Keep
winningest
getting
coach
back
of all
up.
time.
In recent memory,
You can name two
in the same
collapses.
back to back to back to back. It's been, bro. This has been the thing. Like they didn't make it up.
I like Doc a lot.
I like Doc.
I like Doc, but I'm just saying they ain't just grab this shit out of thin air.
I'm a rock with the Clippers. The Clippers was some bullshit. That's the only one I'm gonna really give.
Come on, we on the playoffs. We all
But it's
Doc.
cool.
Doc Rivers in the playoffs.
Let me ask you a question.
Listen, I told y'all I got my team coming out. I told y'all I'm still rocking my team. So how do I think we fare against Miami? I have my team come out
How many games? Fashion, dominant fashion.
Only gets better with age.
3-6, so he wins 2 games.
Oh, you played them. Get the fuck out.
He's tough.
It's always
I
the
don't know
team.
if they
It's the team just ain't there.
Boston's tough too.
That don't mean I can't.
East is pretty good this year, actually.
I could talk my shit.
The critique the sport, nigga. The Heat are good.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I was a Philly. If I'm, y'all know I give it up. The Lakers, I'd be like, yeah, they gonna beat us. I'll tell the truth. The Heat is good, man.
He is very good.
They are good.
Golden State is good.
Suns are good. Suns are good, man. Chris Paul,
What you said?
14 to 14.
You see it?
What you want the other day? Fool's gold. I think the Suns is fool's gold.
Really?
Whoa. Whoa.
There you go. Now you got your fucking take. Now you got your take.
They're fool's gold. I watched it. I watched the shit on.
They didn't look great in
They
that
can't
series.
defend.
over yet.
They can't defend. Only motherfucker out there playing D is Bridges. They cannot defend. And I watched New Orleans push them to the limit on them games. New Orleans would have had a little bit more veteran leadership. They would have won game. What was 3-2?
You also looking at them without Devin Booker.
True, he came back, but you know, so.
But you watch most of this
Yeah,
series.
If that's the case, New Orleans could say we ain't had Zion.
Not the same
Not-
at all.
It's not the same. I don't know.
Because I'm not talking about star power or what they bring to the team. I'm only talking about defense. So it's different when you have perimeter defenders out there. That's the thing about that. Yo, I feel bad for that guy. What's his name that Ja Morant dunked on like that? Y'all changed his Wikipedia page to Ja Morant's son.
He is.
Malik Beasley. Malik
He nice,
Beasley
he
ain't a
nice.
bad player, number
he
one.
good.
And two, boy, that perimeter defender in front of Ja stepped to the side.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He let that
He
go.
stepped right to the side. If I'm Malik Beasley, I'm punching dude in the face in the locker room. Look at this. Look at this. This has to be the worst perimeter D. And that's what I'm talking about with Devin Booker. Like, perimeter D Chambers. Look at this. See, he looked like he about to guard something. Oh, my God. And they always throw their head, look.
Yo, he didn't.
Don't run back on D. He wanted.
He played him to the pick, and my man thought he was going to go to that pick.
He didn't do nothing. There was two people there that did nothing. Yeah, Malik.
I'm too much of a bad sport.
I don't quit till the fight's
Yo, I told
done.
y'all that Utah was fool's gold. Some people here argued with me. Come on, give it to me.
I didn't think you talked about it.
I didn't think Utah was. I'll argue with you about that. I think Denver was very.
Yeah.
Got you in my sights.
Both fools gold.
I love the smell
Both
of
getting
pulse
blown up,
munitions
too.
in the morning.
I don't think they're gonna break them up. I think they'll break up Utah. Because Denver always has that out. They can always lean on it. Our starting point guard is not good. So we can lean on
Bad
it.
back all stars.
Yeah, like we can lean on it.
No, they really had. Yo, they
This
had
old
niggas with
dog
the
has
bad
got a
backs.
few tricks.
Then they would really do some damage, huh?
Utah might be getting blown up very soon.
That's possible.
They gotta make some
Like
changes.
That's
this summer.
Yeah.
Something's gonna change over there.
We all got it.
So you gotta go to the stadium, coming out the east.
Wes.
I'm excuse me, out the west.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
I got Phoenix still.
Yo, Phoenix couldn't stop the Pelicans. Golden State is high power H2O. Them niggas not playing. I watched them play. They put it up, and they play D. So I don't know. I'm gonna give Giannis his props. If Giannis comes out the East,
I don't think
he
it.
the best player in the
NBA.
NBA. I don't think it's happening. I really hope Giannis comes out the East. He's the best.
I like Boston.
I want Milwaukee to beat
Boston,
Boston.
Golden State.
I want Milwaukee to beat Boston because
Hey, Alex,
And that's
that
a good
mic
matchup.
sounds like shit back there if you're talking.
Yeah, I got Celtics Warriors.
Not dead yet.
Yeah. Those are the most well-rounded teams that's left.
And that's a good
I don't want to
matchup.
take a shot at Miami.
Meet your strike.
What do you have? Miami's very well man. All aspects of it.
Golden State. Okay, look.
I got as a Sixers fan, I don't play down.
Boston is scary to me because Jason Tatum is the same as he will.
Yeah.
Like, this is not.
And that's a good matchup. Defensive guards versus good offensive guards.
All right, I'm done with it. Well, actually, you want to talk about Dwayne Wade?
What happened?
He was.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
He said it.
What he said, Joe?
He said he used to, when he was young, he did a podcast. He said, his sister's
We all got it coming.
Miss Moore.
Okay. What'd you feel? You got a take?
Got a new one.
I've got you in my sights.
What are you talking about? Yo, can we talk about anything anymore?
No, I was saying. No, nigga. I was saying the good thing. I wasn't trying to.
Hurt my neck. Say it.
No.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad that Dwayne Wade is sharing his skill. I'm glad that he's
You gotta know how to play with them. You gotta know how to play with them.
You don't want to go to war with
Because regardless of how you being Dwayne Wade,
Meet your strike. I'm not a young man
feared
anymore.
individual can make your kid feel somewhat at ease. Even if it's not true.
Target down.
You know what I'm saying? You say you don't mean it. I'm saying even if it is, that's my point. He's doing it, but he's still doing it for my kid, to make my kid feel more welcome, to make my kid feel better. Whatever the case may be.
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
supportive part of her getting through her mental health issues and her depression and
I could go the rest of my life without it.
Should have kept your head down.
I'm glad you were able to forgive your mom and you guys have moved to a better place. And
thank God.
I love that for you guys.
Thank God.
Crazy. Yes.
Yeah, you moved my favorite pussy into my house. I'm gonna forget some shit too, my kid. Oh shit, y'all niggas ain't ate tonight. Oh, my bad. I was fucking.
Yeah, we be right there. Mark.
Yeah, right there.
We be right there. Then he just gotta grab the wheel.
Just
I'm not a young dad anymore.
Y'all niggas ain't the best dads when they favorite sisters. Stop it. You said what?
Got you in my sights.
Don't knock on his door, okay?
Yeah, like, get some chips. You know where they're at. You know where everything is.
Climb up the ladder.
My kids calling me daddy. My favorite pussy's calling me daddy. Who do I choose? Which daddy am I today? How do I weigh in? Oh, man. You know, go ahead and Uber Eats. Go ahead. You got a phone, right? Can I get your ass? Come on.
No rest for the weary.
These are jokes, people. These are jokes. I know sometimes y'all don't know how to take us, but these are jokes. Oh, Kevin Durant, Charles Barkley still going at it. Are they?
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
KD be wild.
The war.
Can't help it, man. This is just funny, but I mean, I do agree with
Now
Charles' point.
entering. King, prepare your defenses.
Maybe not how he said it.
Select your hero.
The one of if you're driving the bus, if you're the leader of the championship team, then your experience is different than the roster on the bench. He was saying, I don't want to hear 12th man on the bench, 9th man off talking about, hey, we won a championship. Nigga, shut up. You ain't win shit. Sit down.
Nah, man.
We're all. So he was saying that Kevin Durant is not the driver of the bus because when it's time for him to drive, they lose.
I disagree.
Teleporter
You can't
online.
disagree with that. That's a fact.
Attackers
You can't disagree with that
incoming
one
in 30
part.
seconds.
Until he does it, he hasn't done it.
Let's say in the Golden State era, he may not have been. Who's the driver of that bus? Steph?
And Draymond.
Undoubtedly.
Those two.
Undoubtedly. When the fourth quarters came, that nigga KD had the answer. Damn near everything.
One.
A lot.
I mean, you best play on the team.
Incoming.
Driving some buses. We was alternating.
Tony Parker, a lot of Ginobili had the ball a lot in Spurs dynasty. They were the guy.
Driving the bus.
They weren't KD. No, I know what you're saying, but so you take a look, I'm riding back. But okay, so let me ask you a question. Barkley was.
It don't matter because he didn't win.
And I didn't like KD's pictures that he used trying to say Barkley.
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
Bro, Barkley ran up with people that was past their primes. You ran to the 73-win team that just beat you last year. It's a little different. It's a little different.
Well, the point that Jalen Rose KD went from up 3-1 to the Thunder, leaving there, going to Golden State, that amazing situation. You left it. Kyrie, Cleveland, you wanted to get the fuck out of there as the leader. Boston, you were the leader. You wanted to get the fuck out of there. You wanted a different leadership position. You wanted to lead it yourself, do it yourself. And that's what this is. And if that was an example of you both leading, then y'all need a crash course. So you can't really argue that until they do that.
Come on, that's my personal opinion.
I can't even let that fly. Like,
Bro, the nigga played 30-something games.
fam.
He played 30-something games.
Why did he play?
It don't matter because the government put down
I
a
don't
mandate that he
quit till the
couldn't play.
fight's done.
You're right. Everything is.
Teleporter online.
Right. So again, I'm not gonna necessarily. It's a political conversation, bro. But I'm not gonna put my potential long-term health
I disagree
to the
with-
hazard
yeah.
for basketball.
I disagree with all the analysts that killed Kyrie because he didn't want to get the shot. They compare him to Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins didn't want to do it, and he got in. But no, if you don't want to get the shot, then you don't have to get the shot. And look what happened. He was right. Now look, yes, our teams don't have chemistry now. But I can play. I like this rant to Kyrie. A lot of these media corporations make their money by degrading black, African, indigenous, heroes. We can sell it back to us by having controversy about them for the world to see. Well, what do you know? Sounds familiar. Just watch all the people who wake up every day and report about people's lives on TV and social media and then profit off of them. Then they justify their jobs by saying they get paid to say how they feel. LOL. It's like these people live in a fantasy. I love him, man. Round of applause.
Yeah, but you know the other side of that fantasy? That statement, Kyrie lives in a fantasy. Because if these people don't report on you and don't pay attention to you, then if these analysts aren't watching the NBA and the NBA is not getting this much coverage, guess what? Y'all don't make as much money. I'm saying, no, the cover.
I'm not a young man.
It's covered.
If y'all
to
get a
the
TV
popularity.
deal, I should get more money.
Fans gonna watch.
They got a TV deal.
The analysts play a part.
I got
The analysts play a part.
That's what I'm saying. This plays a major
The analysts
part.
are not.
I'm not saying that's the reason.
They're not that vital. It's the same thing with every critic.
Getting back up.
It's a fine line between criticism. Like certain shit. Like I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The way Stephen A. Smith went on a tear for him all season.
I don't like it.
It's horrible, my nigga. He personally did that all season long. That shit is disgusting. Because I don't share your opinion. It's like I put my family and my potential long-term health before basketball. My job that I'm in when I'm 30-something years old. Yeah, not just that. In basketball, they'll dump you in your fucking head once you outlive your use.
I'm not a young man.
They don't give a fuck about me and my family long-term. So why would I give a fuck about them and it long-term?
I'm saying that's anywhere.
Fuck about no Nets. So that was DJ Smith. Yo, basketball, like yo. Letting your teammates down. These teammates might not even be my teammates. I don't think God did this.
No, I'm not.
Everyone, heal up.
I saw a lot of people saying
This comes with the territory, basically, what I'm saying. It's something that's popular. Whatever you're doing. Shit, sitting here because this show is popular, I understand that there's gonna be people that's gonna talk about the shit you say and do no matter what. That's true. You can't have the good without the bad.
But what
Not
you
to the
saying,
level of
I don't think what you're saying is in response to what he's saying. And I had a fan hit me, right? Because I retweeted some of this, and I was like, I love this guy. But the fan was like, I mean, I get that you love it, but could you really love it? Somewhat talking about you too? No.
He said I tear him down.
So no. He's talking about he might want us to tell you. He's saying he's
We not only don't do that to him, we try to not do that to people. We try. Like, we make jokes, satire, cool, but in a serious manner, we don't really turn on hurt people's feelings, right? And that's where he's saying a lot of these people. Stop right. What I take that it's like when Sports Center talk about the Cowboys for X amount of blocks when there's no football. We know why we're talking about the Cowboys in this A block right now. Who's better, Pat Mahomes or Dak Prescott? Like, that's just an example, not of what he's saying, but about the politics and why we talk about certain
They had
things.
Jerry Jones on the thumbnail for First Take or something the other day. It's like, the Cowboys are like the 20-something pick. Like, what are we talking about?
They unpacked that. What are the Cowboys going to do at 24? I said, excuse me?
Right.
Holy shit.
Hey, man.
Well, nigga, if you don't know.
I mean?
But I'm saying he's not. I don't think he's talking about people that share their.
I was on the second tweet. Okay. The first tweet, he's 1,000% right, because what they'll do is they'll tear the black people down.
No time on
Then,
my
so
watch.
you don't look as if you are trying to tear the black people down. Gotta go get to relay the message. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta go get a black person to relay the message. The message don't come off the same if Molly's saying it.
Or, oh, yeah. And
Or
the
Vlad.
message doesn't come off the same when they're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
True. You get what I'm saying?
AB, that's very easy.
You are right. So that's the thing. Like, yo, you gotta go get a black person to do it. Yeah, so I think there's more black people that they go get. It comes across as genuine. My nigga, he went on a crusade. Every day, all day. I don't think it was cool. He did like some academic shit.
C'est un peu bon monde qu'a payé ce moyen.
All fucking season.
He wasn't letting up. He was just on it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Jay Will, who I love, and he normally takes the opposite stance as Steven matters. He came out the other day and said he apologized to Ben Simmons for anything that he said on the TV about the outfits that he chose to wear and how he's bringing attention to himself and carrying himself on the Nets bench. And he said he will never do that.
No
Actually,
wasted.
he said, I never want to be the guy that's tearing down my brother when they're telling you, hey, I'm going through something mentally. No matter whether you believe it or not, he said, I'm seeing enough. I know something is going on. And I'm not adding to that, so I apologize to Ben Simmons. I was like, I love how Jay Will.
Yeah, he does.
He's only 2 Well, and Kyrie.
You leave Jay Will.
Taking the lead.
And Tatum.
Tatum.
They don't play.
I like black.
And Zion.
It's a lot of them niggas.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. The Heat gonna do it. The Heat gonna clothesline that little boy I don't like on the Bucks.
He won't do that to them.
It don't matter.
They gonna do it to him.
It's coming. They gonna clothesline that little white boy. He went to Duke too, right? Racing out. He gonna get it.
They all what the niggas
I just remember PJ Tucker said, you talking to niggas, yo, I don't care about the little sports parlay. You got a problem, I'll fuck with you. He said something like that. I'm saying, I don't care about y'all sports bets. I don't care if I fuck up your bet.
Yeah,
Come see me. Do something about it.
Durant was saying that for a minute too. Like people been going off ever since the sports betting shit kind of like spread out and became super legal.
Yeah, but PJ Tucker really punched in the face. And now there's somebody on the other team for him to punch in the face.
Well, they got
few of them niggas up on the Heat of punching.
Playing Philly, hell yeah.
It's like that. Not gonna happen this year.
who the Bucks playing?
Boston.
Ain't nobody.
Marcus Smart out.
He's
Hey, he already beat somebody up before he was drafted. It cost him some shit. Like, he ain't
I'm back.
Lead lost.
trying to get paid. Zion Williamson says he'd sign an extension with the Pelicans.
Bet you fucking will.
Good.
I like the Pelicans, though.
You know you want Zion, yo. You don't want him now?
Not now.
They got a good little.
It don't look like
nucleus
it don't
there.
look like he gonna stop eating. It don't look like.
Hey man,
You know how good the
I was about
food
to
is
say
down
New
there?
Orleans food. I wouldn't stop eating either.
Crawfish every day. Butter me
It's
up.
not a craw or a fish that is worth $40 million.
He come to the Knicks. I'm taking that nigga
I
right.
don't know
to
if
get
you
that-
ever had the food down
He
there.
gonna get that tummy tuck. We gonna get that out of there.
Your
That's
treat.
relate.
Your treat.
Don't come bring your little overweight dunks over here thinking we gonna get excited in New York. No, you got to be good again.
No, them Starlets girls will get the weight right off him. Quick.
Will they?
Quick. Quick, fast.
Zion got the nerve to was on the bench fucking clapping and cheering for the team to try to win.
Wait, excuse me? What are we supposed to do?
No, he's supposed to be on the court trying to help him win. He's not supposed to be clapping, smiling. Yeah, get him, B.I. C.J. McCollum.
He hurt.
The fans was hurt. The fans got to look like, yo, we might have could have got these niggas without Devin Booker. If you
I like
cheering in
Pelicans.
the crowd.
Huh?
I liked Pelicans.
Word.
I think they got a nice little
Yo, I was
young
rooting for them.
squad.
I was
Rooting for him to what?
I wasn't rooting for him, but
I was rooting for
See,
them.
why we don't talk sports in this spot? Come on, y'all take us somewhere.
you wanna? Do we got any friend of the show?
Welcome.
Yes, part of the show.
My bad.
Part of the show. Part of the show. We have Christian here.
Okay. What's up, Christian?
I'm calling Christian. Christian says, "Oh shit! Did I get rid of what Christian said?" Here we
We're
go.
all soldiers now.
Christian says, after watching the episode with E, how is entering a relationship expecting monogamy not a form of insecurity? I'll repeat that because it sounds confusing.
It does.
How is entering a relationship expecting monogamy not a form of insecurity? I had to repeat that for my own.
It's like a double negative.
fucked me up.
Something's
I
going in there.
Yeah, it took a little second
No
for me,
rest for the weary.
and I still haven't completely processed because I'm not sure. I'm not.
I want him. I want him
I
to
want him
expound
to tell
upon,
me.
yeah, what he means.
So let's call Christian.
I was hard.
I can have me some fun with this one. Let's see.
I think I get the question, but I would love to hear him expand.
I'm gonna just argue whatever the other point is
Hello?
that y'all take. Hello, may we please speak to Christian, please?
This is him.
Christian, what up?
Christian, how you doing? This is the Joe Budden Podcast.
Yo,
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
All right.
We couldn't be better. We're a little confused by your question, so we need you to expand. You say, after watching the episode with Imani, how is entering a relationship expecting monogamy not a form of insecurity? Expound, please.
I was wondering because, you know, the idea of entering into a monogamous relationship, if you are assuming if that person has to be monogamous with you, why are you why is that something and is that a lack of trust? Is that an issue? And so that was kind of where I was when Imani was on that episode, and just kind of that assumption with monogamy. Because when you think about it, right, like the whole idea to tell someone that if you want to be in a relationship with me that has intimacy involved, that has going out to dinner, that has shopping, that has all these different layers involved, I'm only going to do that with me if you don't fuck other people. That to me is an insecurity on the person's end that's forcing that on that person if the person wants to be.
Why is
a person
Why is it an insecurity to you?
I'm not a young man anymore.
Well, no, that's exactly what I was getting at. So for me, ask for that boundary, but don't do it. And I think that forcing it is a sign. If you layer it as a boundary.
Don't war with me.
I think they're one and the same. You want to go first? I think you add there's a bunch of
Mission ain't over yet.
parts to your question. One of them, I think that we've just been taught to do what our parents told us was right, or what the government or what society told us was right. So if you grew up in a Mormon
Get your head
household,
down.
they don't look at it the same. If you grew up in an Islamic household, they don't necessarily look and view everything the same as we've been taught in America under our quote-unquote Christian ideology. So I think that most people kind of force that because that's trained behavior. Like, yo, you should only be with me, and if you're not with me, then that means you don't love me. I think that's something that just was taught to us. I don't see it as even though I get your point, I think that it's hard. I think that when two people communicate what their expectations are, or they should communicate what their expectations are, you decide on how far you want to go in this relationship, if you want to move forward or not. You can't just assume that because you think a boyfriend-girlfriend situation means monogamous, that the other person is going to think that amongst the two people.
And I think part of too where I was coming from also was, I think if I remember correctly with that episode, one of the parts of the back and forth was that the woman is, like you all were talking about whether or not a man can bring insecurity to a woman, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying to my end, the fact that anyone has if me and you had any sort of relationship, none of my boys can talk to me. none of my boys can date you. None of my boys can go out with
a few tricks.
And I'm saying that I think that comes from an insecure place. And so I think that if a woman says that a man, or honestly, I'm gay, so it's like any relationship, right, for that matter.
Gotcha.
Any type of relationship where
Now arriving at
the person
Lijiang
says that you
Tower.
cannot be around my boys, or that
Prepare for
person
battle.
says that
Select
I got
your
scars
hero.
from this person. I think that all comes from insecurity, and part of that insecurity is forcing a way of life on someone that they may not want. And that's where I think there's a difference between boundary and kind of the insecure side of it. Because if you're upfront from the beginning and you place those boundaries, then there's no reason to be insecure. If those things aren't clear or you felt forced, then scars can be created from that, in my opinion, that come from a relationship that didn't have the communication foundation to begin with. So there were a couple different reasons why I asked that question based on where that conversation y'all were having was going. But I just think it relates to all relationships, because I can say that I'm in a healthy one now, but I did gain scars from previous ones, and I brought those scars into my current relationship. But we were able to communicate, talk through them, and set boundaries that works for the two of us. And I just thought that, and I just thought that. Go ahead.
No. I'm agreeing. Just not just one person. It's all about what best suits both of you.
Yeah, or where your ideas lie.
Right here. That's all.
Anyone needs to
I get called a woman insecure is not with me swinging, right? I have to find someone who is okay with it.
Yeah, it's all communication. Like it's all communication. What happens a lot of times,
I'm not a young man.
there are assumptions made. Because we're in this relationship, you're supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. And I want to do that.
Based on how you were raised,
Yeah,
or what you
yeah.
And there's also assumptions based on where the relationship is even at. You know what I mean? So,
Even there.
But I get it, though. Like, if your girl, why wouldn't you want me to love her?
I just also think it's really possible, and I think you would agree with this, that there is a way, people do have the ability to create new insecurities into another person. I'm not saying that it's not the insecurity to start with, but I think there's all of that. I say can, but anything that is involved can be exaggerated.
Christian, let me ask you a question. Do you think you're an attractive guy?
Yeah.
If a million people told you you're unattractive, you think you're attractive?
Oh, let's break it! Yeah!
Well, so here's the thing,
Did
right?
you really believe you were attractive to start with? What are you saying?
Like when I was in high school, and I got tested on my freshman year of college. And for me, I didn't feel get out of that, and I am in a much, I deem myself a much guy. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm a much healthier person than that. But I still at times, and honestly, my partner will probably, my boyfriend will probably tell you, I see it more often than you think, is I still see the old me when I look in the mirror sometimes. I have those days where I have my insecurities pop up. I have those days. So if somebody was to tell me, if a million people tell me that, and I still have those small moments where I see my own self, that million people that just told me that I'm ugly, it's going to manifest itself into something bigger because
But
of
they're
what I've
confirming
experienced.
a self-doubt that you already possessed. They're not implanting that there. You just said that you already had that. You already had a self-doubt. So all they're doing is making that existing self-doubt grow. I'm talking about giving you a brand new insecurity on something that you didn't already possess.
But in your same example, that could still be true. What if I never had this heads up? And all you have is
It doesn't have to be a million people. It could just be the one person that you actually.
So, your question about monogamy. Where do you correlate the monogamy with the insecurity? Because we were kind of tripped up on it.
Yeah, I was equating it to when basically when you mind what you always talking about none of my friends talking about because we had a relationship in the past.
that was
And to me, I'm looking at that like, so either this woman created
Mission
that
ain't over
insecurity
yet.
that none of your boys can now touch her, or a previous girlfriend from the past cheated on you or did something to you that caused this insecurity. So now moving forward,
or
You might be competing with your friends silently, and you think these guys measure up better than you do. And that's your own insecurity. You might be having a silent competition, which a lot of guys and girls will have silent competitions with their friends.
And then so that so everyone where I'm already insecure with boys, I'm already I kind of keep her close to me, close to tuck, and I know that if she moves on,
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Touch her. You're automatically entering that relationship insecure, and you're not looking for ways to better it, so you're pointing monogamy on people because you're of your own personal because of my insecurity, not because I'm creating a boundary. Because a boundary requires communication. And if you're going into a relationship with that mindset already, then that's insecurity, that's not a boundary.
boundary does not work. I can have a boundary and not tell anybody. That just means you don't know that.
But the other person doesn't have to adhere to it if they don't know about it.
That don't mean it don't.
True.
Play of the game.
All right, listen, Christian, I think we have a better understanding. Hopefully we were able to help you in our understanding. And we appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Christian, have a good weekend, bro.
You too.
Peace, man.
Later. I get it.
No, I understand. Yeah, I understand. I don't like when we blame something.
Let's talk about Christianity. Like, honest.
Let's really unpack. Let's really unpack.
Get Corey started.
No, there's no time.
Don't get jokes.
Let me shut up, yo.
It's a little nuts.
It is? No, I think, never mind.
Boy.
Nah, when they be having relationship talks, like, I just don't like how sometimes, you heard what he said, like, yo, you could have got hurt.
Traveling to Dorado. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Let's do it.
I got it on my Instagram and all that.
I'll pull something up for you on the channel.
We're all soldiers now.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty
Stick to the
Mutual,
plan.
I
And
customized
if you get into
everything.
trouble, I'll bail you out.
Marco's backpack.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Africa Bambaataa is the one that did the bid with me.
So he was locked up for murder too?
No, he wasn't locked up, but he should have been locked up. He was my getaway driver. Yep, I'm telling you. He's a pervert. It is what it is. Him and I met his manager, the dude that lived and slept in the room next door to him, was actually my getaway drivers. They never got picked up because I never told one.
Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
Let's move out.
Not only was the environment that I was living in Bronx River, but then you gotta understand, the older dudes, I always hung out with dudes that was 10 years older. They're not like these dudes that's running around that's hanging out with younger boys. You look at the pictures, even still, most of the pictures I'm in, the dudes is like, everybody is older than me. So when I was that age, I had grown men putting guns in my hand.
No rest for the weary.
Putting guns in my hand. Like, you gotta understand something. Everybody know about Hassan Campbell. This is Poppy we talking about.
What's the difference?
This is the same. The difference is anybody that knows Poppy, I was the one that was raised by B.O. You see what I'm saying? I was the one that was running with Xavier Williams. Like some of the names that I actually was raised with is legendary names in the game. I came up with some of the most elite, dangerous niggas in New York City. And it wasn't a beef that I wasn't involved with, even with the Sex Money Murder beef with B.O. When B.O. was murdered, that was before Sex Money Murder was blood. I was in jail when B.O. got murdered. When Pistol came to jail, this is the kid that took me things happen. I don't really want to get into that story. Shout out to Pete. I pray to God that one day he makes it home. But me and Pete ended up coming from enemies who were fooling with each other, actually getting on in the yard, whatever hours.
Really?
Because it got to the point that that's all we had was us.
Done.
At one point in time on Rikers Island, it was me, Pete, Xavier Williams, Eric Bennett, Uptown, Lucinda, what up? It was elite niggas with each other. You see what I'm saying? I come from an era that's totally different with these. These young boys is dropping bodies. Just to get on camera to say I'm smoking dope. Young boys like one of the worst feelings in the world is to actually get in the trap. And then you hear a car full of things. Talking about they rocked your child's snot box. A lot of people get mad because I started using that slang.
That's another thing too. So like, you know, I've gotten criticism in the way I cover in Chicago. Now let me give some context. I was disgusted by Chicago. I think people don't realize I was hearing about a place that sounded like this is not America. There's no way like people are like killing, like people are dropping like flies. Like you would know somebody who died tomorrow, and then you hear about another guy die the next day, and it just didn't seem real. Now, of course, I wanted to just be like, I wanted to make videos and say this is why. But at that time, it was, yo, everybody's listening to Chief Keef. Like, yo, what you mean? We smoking on whatever. You're lame if you say it's whack. So this is how, like, you're right with the music. Popular culture becomes, no, we're all smoking on that nigga. So you're lame if you say it's whack. So I said, how could I fucking I chose to use satire. It's satire. Shit like that. So we can get across the point like, yo, this isn't some bullshit. And I was vilified. I think in some of the what they're angry at you about too, it's like when you like, oh, was it rocking the snot box or whatever? They don't like that you say that. See, it's disrespectful.
That's bullshit. It's not that they don't like that I say it, but it is that they don't like the fact that I wait. Every time they count me out, you gotta understand something, right? You got to do all types of people that's failing at what they want to be at in life, they goal. This shit wasn't something that I wanted. Like when people talk about, this story from Africa Bambaataa, to make it. Now let me break something down. Anybody that really listens to my story, talking about video art, talking about Africa Bambaataa, after some of my Zulu brothers came to me, I started to take to take that video down. I was humiliated and embarrassed and wanted to see more.
Why did you choose to tell your truth? Like, what did you think was gonna, or were you having this turmoil inside, just not? Did you feel like you weren't probably standing up if you didn't speak out?
You gotta understand when they say I was still around Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa raised me. He was like my dog. Like my dog. Like you gotta understand, when on some real shit, and I probably shouldn't be saying what I'm saying anyway. I don't give a damn. With the murder case that happened in '94, that happened after, like I told you, September 4th, I got locked up. September 3rd was my birthday. September 5th, I was on the run for September 6th.
Wait, hold on. You can say this, right?
Yeah. I was on the run for shooting Max.
Okay.
Right? That's the first charge I got locked up for with Max. Right, not the first one, but that's only the first like that made me go on a run. The very next day, I was on the run for murder. Actually, Bambaataa is the one that did the big whip. No, this is locked up. It should have been locked up. Yep, I'm telling you. He's perfect. It is what it is. He was him and I met his manager, the dude that lived and slept in the room next door to him, was asking about getting a special attack. So now you gotta understand. Did you beat him? Yeah. No, actually, my co-defendant beat him. But I copped out, which I showed niggas the paperwork because they were lying, never was locked up. I copped out to assault in the first because when they separated my trial, my co-defendant beat trial. They had less evidence on me. So now all they wanted to do was beat the murder. I copped out to 1.5, 4.5. I already had 3 years of running out. So I went up to Washington and came right back down and came home. And I came home into a war zone. So now,
and just for clarity, it's double jeopardy. So they can't like, oh, we're bringing it back.
I copped out already.
So you can say whatever.
Yeah, I can say whatever.
Okay.
I copped out already.
Damn.
I copped out already. So you know, I did my time for that. And you know what I mean?
He could be charged though.
No, he beat the case.
No, well, I'm talking about Afrika Bambaataa. If you say
Afrika Bambaataa, he could be charged.
If you say he was a getaway driver.
Yeah, he was the getaway driver. Him and I met. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let me explain something to you, right? Like, people gotta understand something. When I told people if I wanted to put him in jail, I could. When I first came out, I didn't want to put him in jail. I just wanted the world to know that he was playing daddy daycare with children. You see what I'm saying? When dudes say I used this to get on, no. I begged people to take my video down because I didn't want this life. I didn't want to be on the internet no more. I was already famous on the internet for breeding my dogs.
I'm home.
Ooh. Listen, I want people to understand something. And this is a promise I made to myself. I will never promote any Bronx drill music where you dissing the dead. I love and learned to love Bronx drill music because of the brother Five God that I was rocking with. I loved his music. He made Black Lives Don't Matter and certain other things. I loved that brother music. He was one of the first drill rappers that I ever wanted to see win. And if me and him didn't have a fallout, he would have been sitting right here with me on this camera, the same way he did with Math Hoffa. We don't deal with each other no more. But his music, I loved his music. And my whole thing is that you can make drill music without dissing the dead. You don't have to disrespect somebody's crying mother. Like, I tell you right now, to the mother of Dennis Taplin in Boston Secor, when I did what I did, when me and Eric Bennett did what we did, we was young and we was surrounded and all we knew was how to be wolves. The dudes we was beefing with was way older outside of Javon. Dennis Taplin was 28 years old when he died. I just turned 18. We have no business beefing. I pray that the family could forgive me for killing that man. I don't never want to disrespect